friends of fresh tracks. Here we are, 5th day of elk hunting. We are bound and determined to find the bull that Lucas shot at and hit in the leg yesterday. We're headed to the overlook to go see if we can find this guy. So that's the plan for today, right, Lucas?
That is the plan. So
we had a 11-mile day yesterday. Lots of elevation, gained some crazy experiences. You know, hunter in on the elk that we saw that were 3 miles away, and
yeah,
our goal was to adapt, overcome, and we ended up getting 300 yards from your elk.
Yeah.
Where we're going to sit, we have a really good vantage point to be able to glass. So yeah, we're really hopeful we can find him this morning and finish the job we started.
Well, see if we can relocate that bull from last night. I don't know, he might have been heading to the area that's off limits. He knows where there's no hunting. Today is our last day. I've got to be back in town tomorrow night, so we're gonna pull stakes tomorrow morning. Here we go. Go grab my trekking poles, and we're going back to where I left my spotter last night. Marcus said that on Mondays, this 3rd day of season, you see more pressure than the 1st or the 2nd day. His theory is that on the 1st day, everybody gets after it. They're all wore out, they rest up on Sunday, and then on Monday, they get after it. 300 yards too late.
what's that?
I bet you $100 that's him.
That's what I would bet too.
Huh?
Yeah.
I don't.
It's gotta be him. I think I'm gonna take my gun out here so I don't have to worry about it. Let me get down there. It's him. I see antlers. And it looks like the same size. So, Beau gave us the hand signal that the bull's bedded in some scatter timber over here, just north of us. We've made our way through a pretty steep draw. We've come up, we're at the top, and now above where the bull's at, we got really bad wind. So we're gonna try to circle back all the way around and see if we can come in from the other side. He's down. We came up around, and we're pretty sure we probably jumped the bull. We got some fresh tracks It came right down into the valley. And up on the other side, there was another hunter. And we saw him shoot it down, so that bull's down. We'll follow his tracks a little bit further to make sure, but we're pretty sure he just got shot. So, there's that. Well, you can't say we didn't give it one heck of an effort. We ended up following the tracks down through the tree line to the bottom, and then by the time we came back up, we could see where they popped out the other side, went right over that next ridge, right to where that bull lays with those two lucky hunters on the other side. So sometimes you're lucky enough for him to come right in front of you, and other times you push him right in front of somebody else. So I think at the end of the day, while it was a lot of hard work, it's a little disappointing. It's nice to know that a Ninja bull went down, so that feels good.
Here we are again at the close of another chapter of our hunt.
Yep. It was a pretty interesting morning. I mean, we got out there early where we thought that bull had gone in, and just right after first light, we saw him feeding up on the draw. He had actually come right out of where we thought he was going in, and it was definitely the bull that that we had wounded the day before. So we hatched a plan to kind of go down into the draw, which that's a loose term. It is a canyon and miserable. And Beau stayed behind just to kind of keep an eye on him. And so we went down and moved through the snow. We got up there around 650 yards where we could see him, where he was getting ready to bed down. And so, the snow was crusty in there and the wind was swirling. So the best that we could do is we wanted to work all the way back around him and try to get in.
I saw these guys get across the canyon, and I watched the bull the whole morning, and then they walked around and did a great job getting in on him, and just a little too late, and they bumped him on his bed, and then he ran across the canyon, and fortunately for the other hunters, they got him this morning.
It's one of those things where it's a little too late for us, but it's satisfying to see his bed, his tracks, and watch his tracks go all the way through. And we actually saw him get shot by those other hunters, and they seemed pretty ecstatic about the whole thing. So, well, it didn't work out for us. It's nice to know that chapter is closed, and be more prepared next time.
Yeah, you come off the mountain with a little bit of pride, knowing that you gave it all you had.
Yep.
So it's great.
It's time to go get warm.
Well, this morning I came back up to the glassing spot where I saw that bull over there right at the end of shooting light last night. Lucas and Beau and Marcus went to try to locate that bull they were on yesterday. I heard some shots over there. Now, I don't know if that's them or not, because there's so many people out today that could have been. Maybe it wasn't, but hoping it was them. The bull that we saw last night, he must have kept trucking because he was nowhere around this morning. And then coming up out of this bottom, just over the crest here where we camped, on 300 yards over was a group of 12 elk, but I think they were all cows. Earlier those guys were glassing us. Michael and I decided to do, Michael double dog dared me into doing some calisthenics. So. All right, let's see if I can not hurt myself here.
Wow. That was impressive.
See? That's how you do a cartwheel, Michael. None of this. Really, what's going on, folks? We got two guys glassing us over here. So we thought we'd do some calisthenics to make them laugh. Could be a long day up there. Grab my stuff here. Swing by camp, check on the llamas, and then grab a quick bite to eat maybe, since it's not that far away. And then go set up shop for the evening hunt.
How's it going? How was it? It was pretty awesome, actually.
Yeah,
Very rewarding.
We found him.
You found him?
Yeah, we got in on him and jumped him, and another hunter shot him.
Really?
Yeah.
I found him, Randy.
No way.
Yeah,
Yep.
but someone else shot him. And we watched it happen.
Yeah. They
No
got within
way.
100 yards, though.
Huh?
They got within 100 yards. Spooked him out of his bed.
Well, that's a bummer, Lucas. Dang it.
Yeah, you know it is, but it also feels good that it puts an end to it.
Yeah, for sure.
So there's no
Love
more
the story.
No more wonder, no more worry. So,
So you guys glassed them from above. You saw them down
yeah.
Yep.
Yep. And me and Marcus went down in that, and you have to come out of that
Yeah.
again. We came up that face that we looked down into yesterday.
Yeah.
We came up that. I don't ever want to do it again.
Yeah. Well, I noticed all the elk trails side hill that. None of them come straight up out of there. That's usually a good sign it's steep.
Ugh.
All the elk trails.
Ollie,
Nope.
no extra for you.
Hey, buddy.
He said, well, if you're going to stand there and talk, that's with you.
We're back at camp after a long couple days elk hunting, and we're gonna have some elk heart lasagna.
Make it song.
It's really, really hot, guys.
Thank you, sir.
You betcha.
This is really, really good. If you would have asked me, like, what kind of meat was in here, I never would have guessed heart. It's actually my first time having heart. It's delicious. Well, we are gonna come. We're gonna go around to the area that we had scouted day one. There's been some activity over there, so we're gonna go give her a go, see if we can't find something trying to sneak away from us in the evening hours. So, we made it to the spot where we want to be. We had to come up the mountain quite a ways to get a good vantage point, but we have a really good view of this saddle where they've been crossing over, and then we also have a really good view of this saddle over here. So if they come down from the main drainage, we should be able to catch them before they get to the top. And if they cross over to then go through this pass, we should have 2 opportunities at them. So if that same, if whatever animal comes through tonight does what they did last night, we should be set. 100.
Lucas is going to kill a bull tonight. Unfortunately, he might be a day late, because last night, a young 6-point went right through that saddle. Where if he was sitting where I think he's going to be, it had been about 150, 200 yard shot. Hope history repeats itself. Well, the sun has set. We have about 20 more minutes of legal shooting light. And I can see about 1.5 miles over there, I can see Lucas and Michael underneath a tree trying to get out of the wind. They gotta be just freezing their butts off over there. But it was about this time yesterday, there was a 6-point bull standing 100 yards from where they're at, so. Got to give him credit. Lucas has not given up the ship without a fight, which I admire.
Well, I would say it's the final countdown. The sun is officially set. The wind has picked up. It's getting chilly. So if something doesn't happen in the next 15 minutes or so, there's a good chance it ain't going to happen. But we had to give her one last go anyway, because, like my dad always said, never say we'll win a horse race. I think that is the end of it. So we've got about a 2-mile walk back to camp. We can get our stuff packed up and get our headlamps on and find the safest route. Call it a night.
Well, we're loaded up, headed out. Beautiful sight to see Beau's llamas hauling that elk out of here and all of our camp. We're spoiled. Wilderness Ridge Trail llamas. If I was you, I'd check them out and check out their YouTube channel. I don't think so.